All right, I'm back. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have our signatures onto this, and what we have to do is we have to come in here and we have to attach this. So I should have got my double-sided sticky tape before I got that turned back on. Hold on, I will be back. Okay, so I'm going to use this red line tape. I actually had one with the paper backing, but I don't have that, and that's all right. Or I can't find it. I have it. It's where I need to, you know, straighten my thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to run it right here. Varnish it down with a bone folder or some other thing. You want it to be nice and stuck down. Except I may have made it just a little bit too long here. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do this on this side. Down, come this way. Take your bone folder, varnish it down. One of the reasons I want to use like this rather than a tape runner is because you don't have to remove the backing all at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to come onto here. And I am going to put a piece here. And I'm going to come here and put a piece here. Of course, everything sticks to it. What I will do first is I'm going to do this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pick, and I don't have that burnished down good, so let me redo that. Dang blasted, pick up the red piece and not my sister. Here we go. There. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to hold this like this. I'm going to come and I'm going to line this edge with this edge, which I know you can't see, but I can't do it where you can see it, where I can see it. So I'm just going to kind of come in here and sit that right on there and lay it down. So lay it down. Get my bone folder. Okay. Now, I'm going to come on the other side and I'm going to take this piece of the red off. And I'm going to set my book up. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit maybe more where you can see it. Set it up, get myself kind of to the edge, lay it down. Okay, come in here. And then I'm going to close my book jacket because I want to do that and kind of squish around just a little bit, not a whole lot. Okay, now I'm going to open up this side. Now here is where we have the red tape here that's on the edge of this piece that we haven't done. And so what you want to do is get in here and get your thing slipped in under it. Okay, and then just kind of pull it out. Let it fall back down. Take your foam folder, burnish it down. Okay. Hi. Flip it over. We're going to have the same thing on this side. Come in here where your thing is and stab yourself like I just did. No, don't stab yourself like I just did. Come in here, get your red, pull it out, lay it down, burnish yourself down. Okay, now we're starting to look like a book. Look at that. Okay, now we have these pieces that we need to put in. But before we do that, we have to decide what we're doing as far as a closure, because as you can see, this thing is just coming open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a ribbon closure. Now you can do this where you just have something where you wrap it around your book and you tie it. I really don't want to do that because I want this, I don't want something tied over it. So I'm actually going to do ribbon on the inside. Now you also, if you have like a crocodile, which I don't have any thick, but I do have one you can hammer, but I'm not doing it. You could punch a hole in here and do an eyelet and run your ribbon through that. But again, I'm not going to. Now, I had debated about a couple of different, you know, things. Where did I lay it? So I was kind of trying to decide whether I wanted to use this kind of cream white. Yeah, over here where everything's all tangled up because I don't have enough space. Okay. This kind of organza type ribbon and put it in here and do that, which, you know, would then come out here looking like this. Or my other thought was I have this pack of velveteen ribbon that I got, which I think is what I'm leaning toward, when Hobby Lobby had their closeouts. So it's kind of this crushed velvety ribbon. Of course, the only thing is it is single-sided, which means, you know, you do have that aspect. But actually, I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so what I have to do is decide how long of a piece I need to tie, and I don't need this cut like that. Okay, so if I want to do this, I want this in here good because I want it stuck down good, and then I want a good piece to be able to tie. So probably like that. Okay. And come down and do the same. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to run this velvet ribbon onto this organza ribbon. Let me see if I like that. I do, but I think that's going to get too bulky. I'm just going to go with the organza ribbon. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the organza ribbon. Okay. So I have my two pieces for the front and for the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape and I am going to look here and center it. And bring it back just a little bit. piece off, but okay, that's fine. Bone fold it. Burnish this down. Okay. Lift. Take my organza ribbon. Come in here. Center it. Lay it down. Yep. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to take one of my end papers and I am going to go ahead and get it ready. Okay. So actually for this, I think I am just going to use my glue runner. Oh, if I can remember there, I put it down there, okay. I'm going to use my Permatech glue runner. Anything that's sticking out, if you're using one of these, you can just kind of roll them over. Put down another couple there in the middle. However, I like to use a double glue type thing. So then I'm going to take my tacky glue, and I'm not going to put it on real thick, so you may not even be able to see it coming in. But I'm just kind of filling in these places where there's no tape. And then I'm going to come along here and I'm going to do along the edges, because I never can get the tape right up to the edges when I'm using the glue runner, or sometimes even honestly when I'm putting down the tape. So everywhere where I see that the tape did not come all the way to the edge, especially at the corners, I'm coming in here and I'm putting some glue in. Because I definitely want this to be stuck down good. Okay. Then you're going to bring your book back over. Take your ribbon out of the way. Okay. Start by lining your corners up. And slowly lowering it, but don't press it down yet. You get it there and make sure, and if you've got it where you want it. Okay, now foam folder. Everywhere. You want this sealed down. So particularly along the edges, you want to make sure you're getting in here and getting it on. If you squeeze out excess glue, just kind of wipe it off with your finger. I use tacky glue. It dries clear, which is good. Okay. Then you got you got the inside of your front cover. And your ribbon sash. Okay. And we're going to come to the back. And we're basically going to do the same thing in the back. We are going to take red line tape, or any kind of double-sided. You could use your glue run, your tape runner for this if you wanted to, because it doesn't have to really wait. Okay. Take it. Aim for the center. And burnish it down. Get your, whatever you're using to get up under the tape. Get your ribbon. Take it. Center it on your tape. And burnish it down so it's stuck good. Okay. Your other cover piece. And then we're going to do the same thing. Take my glue runner and do the edges and then add in the glue. The tape in. Check and see if any of it's off. Okay. Get in here. Okay. And the same thing, come in here and do the edges where the tape is not coming to the edge, particularly the corners. You don't want this coming loose. Now, what I should have done and I didn't do, I should have used some Distress ink and distressed the edges, which I even have the stuff sitting here, but I forgot to do it. And now it's wet with glue, so we're not going to do it. I may take a look at it afterwards and see if there's anything I want to do with it, but we'll see. Okay. And then the same thing here. Come in. And I'm going to use this to kind of weight it down, I think, because it's a little bit hard on this side. Okay. Come in, line up your corners on the outside, kind of gently let it lay down. You can still move it just a little bit while it's still damp. Okay, take that off. Alright, then start your burnishing. Here, get all the edges and all the corners down. Okay. Now, there is one other thing that I do want to do. I want to add some lace to make a pocket in the front. And so, what I'm going to do, I have this lace that I want to use to make a pocket. And I'm going to try to trim it so it's nice and straight. Okay. Bring it to there, and I want to bring it to the edge of the paper, but I don't want to. Okay. Okay, looks fairly straight. Double check it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to run a bead of glue here and a bead of glue on the bottom. I'm going to take my piece of lace, which once again I have the unique ability to lose stuff. Where is it? In front of my face. Okay. Take it, lay it down, kind of pat it into the glue. Now, I can see that I didn't come up quite to the ends because I didn't have this laying down, so I'm going to come on up here. Same thing over here. Bring it up to what's up at the end. Okay. I do need to let that dry. But anyway, basically, this is it. That pocket's going to dry so that I don't stick it down to my page. I'm going to stick this in here. Well, that's not going to work. Well, it would, sort of, if it was smaller. Let's try this. It's just that this is an old page, and I'm a little bit more worried about it sticking to that. Okay, so you would have your thing, and you would actually just cut this a little bit shorter so that it's maybe not sticking out. There we go. It can still be my glue guard. Yes, there. It can be my glue guard there. Okay. Take your ribbon, tie it. I mean, you can tie it, but you don't want to pull super tight because, I mean, it's glued under paper. But, I mean, it'll be fairly secure, but you don't want to, like, try to rip it out or anything. Make whatever kind of bow you like. I like kind of, on these, I like kind of big, fluffy, long bows. So, that's kind of like what I like. And ta-da, junk journal. Now when this pocket dries, I actually had made a little pad. I just took some cardstock scrap and basically took a bunch of little pieces of paper that I had left over from the book, cut them down to size, put them in here, folded this over, and then I just came in and stapled it up here at the top, out. Okay, and then that flips in here. So this will go into the pocket in the front. And I am going to make a lace pocket in the back, but the front one needs to dry first. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will check and answer.